GGRC.
Hey everybody, welcome to another QuickSave Review with me, RC, here on GGRC. Of course, my co-pilot, co-host, Sushi. I don't know why, he always seems to have his head towards the bottom of the camera every time. I wish he'd lay the other way so you guys could see him just a little bit better. Let me pop on the sound for this little game here. Today we're going to be checking out, I guess at this point you would call it an oldie but a goodie. The Turing Test, or as Sushi likes to call it, the Purring Test. Pause for groans. Anyway, do you guys like Portal? Do you like Cube? Do you like those, first-person puzzle type games? That's what this is, and it is very, very, very good. It is a very good one of those. It's also a shorter game. This is one of the few times where I'm doing a quick save review and I've actually finished the whole game because I couldn't stop playing it. It took me, I would say, about 4 hours or so to finish it. I'm playing it on the Xbox PC Game Pass thing that's available. This game kind of came and went. Like, it came back in, I think it came 2 years ago, 2016. And I remember hearing about it. I remember hearing good things about it. And I just kind of forgot about it. And with recently me getting this Xbox PC Game Pass subscription, this was part of the subscription. So I said, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's download it. Let's play it. And 4 hours later, I played this between 2 days. I think 2 hours one day, 2 hours the next day. I got through it, and I super enjoyed myself. And of course, if you like, crazy endings, there's a couple different ways for the endings to pan out. I definitely spent 20 minutes or so reloading my save and trying to see how the different endings would pan out and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, this is a great little game for anybody who's a fan of those first-person puzzle games. So here, let's jump into it, and I can show you how the whole game works. All right, so here we are in the Turing Test. This is Ava, the main character. And what we're going to do here is we are going to just do a chapter select. We're actually going to play very, very early in the game. We're going to do Chapter 2. Chapter 1, the puzzles are very easy. We're going to do Chapter 2 because I don't really want to give anything away for those of you who do want to play this game, because the story is one of the driving factors in the game. It is fed to you. We'll jump in now. It's fed to you through Ava and the AI of the station, I guess. You're out in space. And basically the whole idea is that you're trying to find the crew that's gone MIA. Where are they? What are they doing? For some reason, they've gone off the grid. And Tom, who is the name of the AI who runs the ship or where they live out in space, he can't find them, can't track them, doesn't know where they are. And Ava has been brought in to find them. So let's jump in, shall we? But yeah, there's a whole story as to why they're hiding, why Tom can't find them and everything, and it starts to uncover as the game goes. It kind of starts to become a I could kind of guess it from the very, I would say probably from chapter really early. I would say chapter 3 or something like that, because they give you really heavy-handed clues as to what's going on, even though you end up being wrong about what they're talking about. So.
What conditions should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
Involved in an accident. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get the settings, and I want to turn on... Is it under gameplay, display, is it audio? So subtitles are enabled, but I did not see them a moment ago. That's interesting. Alright, so the way this game works is you could grab these little blue balls here with your gun, and what you do with them affects different things. So for example, if we shoot this here, you'll see that the door on the right will open. There you go, and now you can get through. And of course we can get through here too. But you'll see we have symmetrical sort of puzzle doors there. It looks like this is the way out, and you need both of those balls, those electro ball things, right here to get through the door. So, how do we do that? Let's find out here. You're gonna have all kinds of crazy switches and stuff, which is fun to play around with. You see, we're trapped again. Wonder how we do this. Oh, perhaps we can actually go out this room and then grab it from here? Yes, we can. So we pop that one in. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. This game, I think, is so well designed in its ramp up of difficulty. It literally starts out super easy to the point where once you get to the final chapter, they really are throwing a lot of different things at
Can we
you.
take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
So you can see with this one here, I'm making sure you guys can hear the voice acting. The voice acting in this game is actually pretty damn good for a game that hasn't, in my opinion, gotten a whole lot of fanfare. Actually, we want to drop that there. So what we're doing here is we're playing with weights with this magnetic thing that's floating around up here. Forget what they would call these. But anyway, that'll bring that up. And then now that that's there, we can run up here, grab that. Now these boxes can also be used and put here to open up doors and stuff, which is kind of cool. So we got to pop that one there. And we're going to take this magnet. We're going to go up over here. But yeah, as I was saying though, the ramp up of difficulty in this game is just designed so well. Chapters 1 and 2 are just going to be, they're almost like introductory stuff. And then once you get to chapters, you know, I would say like 4, 5, 6, you can see the difficulty slowly start to ramp up. And they really throw a lot of crazy stuff at you. You're going to be doing some real cool stuff in it.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruits and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
But yeah, one of the things that you'll end up doing, which I think is really, really cool, is later in the game you'll start controlling these little robots that are left in the rooms, and the robots will be used to help you, you know, shoot more of these blue things around that you can't reach. It's almost like you could, you know, control the robot when you're not there to get to, you know, shoot a electro ball thing into a circuit that you can't quite reach at the moment, which is really, really cool and very, very clever the way they do it. I will not say more than that, though. I'm just saying, if you get to this game and you end up playing it, expect to see really cool stuff. Okay, at this moment, what we got to do is we got to get that box. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to steal this. And... oh, no, that's not going to work, is it? Actually, we need to steal this. There we go. Now, your gun can actually store up to, I believe, 3 of these electro balls at once. We're only using the blue ones right now, but later on, you actually get different colored balls that you could shoot out, and the green and the pink ones will actually be timed. So you get these timed ones where if you know, if you shoot a green here and a pink there, they will alternate what the thing is doing and turn on alternate times, which you have to then time yourself when you're using those. It's pretty clever. And that's what I feel like this whole game is. It's just a bunch of clever stuff. Oh, I didn't put the box in quite the right area, but that's okay. We will now. There we go. Now it's got it. Now you can't carry the boxes up the ladders, which is why we're using that thing to bring the box up. And we need to pop this here. So that way we can put the bridge there. We can grab that. All right, we grabbed that. Now we've got to put the bridge over here. And no, we want the bridge back over there so we can... Oh, all the way. There we go. Let's grab this. All right, so now we can shoot that across here. So what we could do is grab this box, put this here, and we're going to grab the last one. Boom! We're now through. So, and I really like the flow of not only the difficulty ramp up, but also the way the story is told. The story, it's like a breadcrumb trail. You're basically only going to get pieces of the story if you keep continuing through the game. And you can see here, like I said, the game's not a super long game, which I actually appreciate. It's only, for me, it was a 4-hour game. It'll probably be longer for people who aren't as good at puzzle games or whatever. Not that I'm tooting my own horn. I'm definitely not. But I did feel like there were times where I had to stop the game because I was super stuck. I did get stuck on a couple, but I figured it out probably within 5 to 10 minutes or so. But that only happened with a couple of puzzles here. But you can see this is actually the progress of puzzles that you have done. So this top bar is all of Chapter 1, and the second bar is all of Chapter 2.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
Tom just giving you the 411 on what he does on the base. What he's responsible for. So yeah, we're going to need to grab both of those. So this is where they teach you that you can actually shoot through windows to grab things.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Alright, so for this one, we have a box, but we need to get this box out here. Having done this one a couple days ago, now I'm kind of like, how did I do this one? Let's see. That box is in there. See, if I take this one away, I can't do anything. So... is there another... I use it here. I can grab this box and bring it out here, which is what you want. Oops, not yet. We'll go and grab this. No, we won't yet. Grab this. Open this. Okay, I got it. Alright, we need this. Shoot that. Switch. Grab. Switch. Grab that. This we could pop there for now. And if we pop this back up, now we can grab that through the window. And boom! We're good. Alright, so now we need one more shooty ball thing there to get in through there. You can see it's right there. So the real question is, how do we get another block up there to get into that? find out, shall we? Yeah, unfortunately, any of these blocks here, you can't actually shoot to get your stuff, or get one of those shooty ball things. And there have been puzzles, too, where you have to grab the brick and you have to, like, drop it in the room, as opposed to, like, holding it there. I wonder what, for some reason, this is not immediately coming to me. That's a fun thing with these puzzle games, is that you'll take a break from them, and you'll come back to them later, and you'll be like, wait a minute, how did I do this one? Why is this one giving me trouble? I know I got past this one. Alright, I know I need... Oh, I know what it is. Okay. I got it. So we drop this here, we shoot that there. So I'll show you another trick. There's a lot of, like, bait and switch stuff in this, where you gotta... Or switcheroo stuff, I guess you could call it. So you grab it from there, then you grab that. Now we can go in here and get this piece. Now I can shoot that against the wall. There you go. Now, these restricted areas, there's going to be one of these in every chapter. These are ultra hard puzzles to solve. We'll give you a quick look here just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But there are 7 of these in the game. And this one is actually pretty easy to figure out. I figured this one out on my first try. But the majority of these restricted area ones are very, very... they're very, very tough to figure out. So what happens here is when you're shooting this one here, we'll solve this one together. You see, whenever you move, it shuts off, right? However, if you crouch and move, you're not moving fast enough for it to detect you. And we're good. So now we can use that in here. And we're not going to interact with the computer, because if we interact with the computer, it's going to give away some of the story. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I want you guys to kind of enjoy it for yourselves if you get to this.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself. Have you heard of the Turing Test?
Look, there's someone walking up there.
It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing Test, a human judge has 2 conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing Test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you passed the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
So he explains what the Turing Test even is, for those of you who are not familiar with the whole idea of it. I think it's pretty cool that they go that deep on it, to be honest. Because that does come into play later. Okay, we extend that one. Let's grab this guy. And both bridges extended. We can now get through. Let's see, how many more puzzles we got left here? Looks like about 3 more.
The Turing Test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, if they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing Test. A computer can pass the Turing Test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Alright, let's see. We grab this one, shoot this one. Yeah, we blasted through a lot of puzzles right there while they were talking, but I thought that the story would be a little bit more interesting. But here we are. We're at the end of Chapter 2. We're going to go in here, and there's going to be a story beat.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
But yeah, the Tom and Ava, they have a lot of philosophical discussions throughout the whole game, talking about AI, what is real, what isn't real, that kind of thing. And it really goes to some interesting places. So definitely worth listening to those little audio cues and audio logs and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much gonna, you know, that's the end of Chapter 2 there. That's all I wanted to show here, and that's going to do it for this quick save review. Like I said, guys, great game. If you really, really like puzzle gameplay like we were just doing right there, you know, like I said, Portal, Cube-esque, that kind of thing, I really think that you're going to dig this game because it's basically what we just did, but more of that, and as you get further into the game, it's times 10, where you really got to use your brain to try to figure stuff out. Great little game. It actually has a cool little story. I'm not usually like a stickler for a game to have a good story, but this one, it's really cool. It's like a really interesting sci-fi story, which I think they've done really, really well. Yeah, that's all I could say about it. A game from 2 years ago that I finally got to. I'm glad I finally got to it. Definitely worth playing in my opinion. But there you go, guys. Of course, I will see you all on the next quick save review. See you then.